Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. So this is what it's like being retired. I don't hardly even remember what day it is. And no, I'm not retired. I'm going to try to go back to work this coming Monday. So I'm doing well, making progress. So we're going to do everything that I've missed this week. We're going to do model cars and coffee. I actually went to Dunkin' Donuts this morning. Got some coffee. We're going to do the glory days of drag racing group build. Finished on this first kit anyway. It's done. It's all done now. I got the grill painted. I got all the rest of the details that I wanted to do finished on that. And we're going to do what did you buy Wednesday. I did buy one thing, believe it or not. And I'll show you the hydroplane and then what I didn't buy Wednesday. So let's get started. All right. So we'll go ahead. Since it is what did you buy Wednesday, we'll start with that. So I bought a premium Hot Wheels set. I think it's light going here. Sorry about that. It's early in the morning. Not super early, but it is early. I gotta wipe this thing down. All right. So I bought this Moon Eye set. Which is really cool, and I'm going to leave this box. So it's got a Toyota Stout drift truck in it. It's got a Citroen van, and then it's got the old-time hauler with the Moon Eyes hydroplane in there. And I have this truck. I believe it's the same one. That's up in the cabinet up here, not in the Moon Eyes livery, but I like this, and the Citroen's cool too. It just gets crazy graphics all over it. So and the drift truck's cool. I'm not sure why. It's kind of weird that they're mixing a drift truck with these other vintage vehicles, but whatever. That's Hot Wheels, but it is nicely boxed. So that's what I bought. I know a lot of you guys are Hot Wheel guys, like me, like a little bit of die cast along with the models. What I didn't buy is a Mr. Gasser kit, which I just got today from Mike and Judy Span. Mike is at the intake. Great channel. If you guys are not tuning in there, you need to go check Mike's channel out. And he stuck a nice card in there for me. And thank you, Mike. I appreciate you thinking of me. It's kind of a little get well kit. And of course, Mr. Gasser is my very favorite Roth monster. I have built a bunch of these. This was actually the first Roth kit, Roth monster kit I bought as a kid and built myself, which probably wasn't very well done, but always left an impression on me. So Mike, thank you so much. That was very, very, very thoughtful of you guys. And I was actually thinking about you yesterday because after I had gone, I went back to the surgeon's office yesterday, had all my staples and everything removed, and we stopped and grabbed some Chick-fil-A, and we're sitting in the parking lot in front of Joann's Fabrics. And I was thinking of Mike's wife works at Joann's Fabrics up where he lives, and of course, I guess they're all going out of business. This one is anyway. So my wife ran in there and of course bought some stuff, since they're going out of business. So, all right, on to the next thing. So let's roll the camera in here. Let's get over here on the bench there. All right, so this is the Dino Don Nicholson car, which I had told you guys I finished. Tried out some new paint from Tropical Glitz, which is a lot like the House of Colors paint in that it attracts dust, typical urethane. Dust just is drawn to these things like crazy. I'm trying to get a better angle here. I need to drop this arm down somehow, but yeah, so it's done. I really didn't have a whole lot to do, just some touch up. Got the black in the grill, and just my decal work all finished. So I'm pretty happy with this. I probably should have done another coat of clear on this in retrospect, because this particular this is a base coat candy, and it comes with a lot of flake in it. So what looks like some dust particles up here in the roof area is actually just some little bigger pieces of flake that I guess were in the mix, and they, you know, they're showing up like dust particles. So I think that could have gone better in that respect. But anyway, yeah, so that's my first build for the glory days of drag racing. And I like it. I think it came out okay. I never built this kit. I built similar kits to this when I was a kid, but I've never built this particular one. But I really like it, so I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, and it's basically right out of the box, except for I put the tall injector stacks on it rather than use the kit blower. So, I'm gonna set him back here out of the way, like the rotator, and get it out of the way here. Oh, those incisions are still smarting. Okay. Now, the next thing is pretty much finished the hydro. Got the decal work on. I remade this front plate here. I cut this out of some black plexi I had because I think I told you guys how well I showed you where I had snapped that side off in assembling it. So again, if you bought these kits, be careful. Coffee's good this morning. I had these decals, these vinyl graphics made by a guy on eBay. He did a really good job on these, so I had an extra one. I'm using them on another project. I had an extra one, so I thought I'd put it on here. I drilled the holes out in here for the speaker. The speaker and everything is mounted behind there for the sound effects. Let me see if I can I'm going to take the boat off and I'll show you how that's set up. This actually always works right. So here's your, these display bases are great. I mean, they're made really well. As you can see on the back here, there's your little speaker. That's your soundboard. Runs off of 3 of those small batteries. And then you get this tiny little micro switch. They all have an adhesive application on there. And then I just glued my plexi onto that. But yeah, the display base is made good. And there's the boat. So got my decals on there. My thumb is in the way. And I didn't do a ton of decals, but enough. Used some of the kit decals, the U1, and of course the American Power Boat Association and the Hydroplanes Unlimited decals, this #1. And then I did the Sweet Tarts decals as the sponsor, mainly because of the color. The next one of these, I'm going to make it look a lot more sinister. I'm thinking black with like bright orange graphics or something like that. And I will tell you one mistake with this is the canopy. These canopies on these boats are not clear. In fact, most of them, this entire upper area should be painted to match the hull solid, so no light coming in. And the windows in all of them, from what I could see, because I watched a lot of the, videos with the onboard cameras, and most of the windows are actually fairly dark tinted. You know, obviously being out on the water, a lot of reflected glare, dealing with the water spray. They may be polarized, I don't know, but that actually should be a solid paint. And the only thing I was afraid of, because of this canopy being clear, was that my urethane would eat it up. They do give you a solid canopy, which this, I painted it solid black, but I could go back and, what I was thinking, mask this off, reprimer the whole thing, mask this off, paint this like the candy hot pink, and then just do in the windows on the side. So I may do that at a later date, but I actually like the clear canopy, to be honest with you. There's not much of an interior. There's no control levers. There's no anything. I guess you could go hog wild if you wanted to and do all that stuff, but I didn't. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the finish. I've got a few dust specks that got in it, but I don't worry about that stuff too much, to be honest with you guys. I mean, I'm not a contest builder. I build, you know, for my friends and I, you know, And that's about it. I don't do all that stuff. So, of course, the engine hood comes off. Got your turbine engine in there, so which is really cool. They made a version of this with the Allison aircraft engine in it, but at the time I bought my kits, it was only available with the turbine. They didn't have any with the Allison, so I might get one with the Allison at some point. But of course, they're all running the turbines now. These turbine engines, I think it said they produce up to 3,000 horsepower, so that's a lot. I mean, these boats are pushing the 200-mile envelope on the water. And there's a lot of videos of these things blowing over because they're basically just in a big giant airfoil. And God, I couldn't believe how many blowovers. I mean, some of them are just horrendous. One of them actually did a double blowover, 2 complete flips, and landed back in the water on the bottom of the hull, which, of course, all of them don't end up landing on the bottom of the hull. A lot of them ended up upside down, which they even had onboard footage in one of them where the thing was upside down and the cockpit filling up with water. And now they actually have an escape feature in these where there's like an escape hatch. I think it's actually in the bottom of the boat. They've got a hatch they can open if the boat's upside down and filling up. They pop, and it was a tiny little door. And the driver, climbing out of this thing with the boat kind of underwater. I mean, that's like my worst nightmare. I mean, I've been in the water my whole life here, as a surfer, but always have an innate fear of drowning. I have deep respect for Mother Ocean, and she'll eat you up if she gets the opportunity. And but even in anything, sinking in a boat or drowning, they say it's a peaceful death, but I don't even want to think about that. So anyway. So I guess that's about it. I did, I've been working on the, I had been working, well, before I had the surgery, I had been working on the body work on the Deals wheels, the furred phony car, which is the Mustang funny car. I had restored the Chevelle a couple of years ago. I had a glue bomb on that one. The funny cars are really, really hard to find now. And God, I wish they would reissue them. I'd buy a case of each. They're hard to find, and even built up or a glue bomb is expensive. So both of the ones I have, Chuck Darnell gave me, and I did the Chevelle, which came out really nice. And I had been struggling on the Mustang because the chassis was so badly broken up. But I did get that back together about a month ago. Got it in base coat silver. It's ready to be cleared. I'm just going to leave it silver. But I've been working on the body work, and finally got some primer on that yesterday. And I really like how it's looking. I got rid of a lot of the bumps and bruises, and there was a lot. I mean, a whole lot. And glue smeared on the body in many places. Did a lot of sanding. But it looks pretty good. So I'll be showing you that in the upcoming days. I've also just, for shits and giggles on the side, I've been kind of doing the body work on this little thing too. So that, of course, these 2-piece bodies, I mean, Mike and some of the other guys have built these and shown you the bodies are split right down the middle. So you got that big mold seam in there that's got to be dealt with. So I got that in primer yesterday too. So I'll go back out this morning and check it out and take a look at all that seam work and see if I got everything. If not, go in and do another smear of body putty on there and hit it again if I have to. But it looked pretty good last night. I shot those, so could probably get some progress done on those. Other than that, I kind of went through yesterday and consolidated a lot of stuff, projects I've got going on. I did talk to finally got some contact with Kevin Ellis up at Frankie's Hobby and Horror Shop in Canada. And I've been in contact with his daughter because I still don't have my kits from them. It's been about 3 months. And Kevin's been very ill. He almost died. He's got some heart and lung issues going on and was in really, really bad condition. Did actually finally talk to him yesterday. I kind of not been in contact with his daughter in the last week or two, and I didn't really know what was going on. And I did manage to get a hold of him through Facebook, which I'm not on there very much, as most of you guys know. But got a hold of Kevin. He is doing better. He's not back at work yet. He cannot go to work either, and we're both kind of stuck. But he's definitely been through a lot more than I have, and that's really scary. Same thing my daughter went through, basically. His lungs were so full of fluid, and it was crushing his heart. So probably like congestive heart failure, all that fluid buildup. Same idea. So but he is doing better. And he has always been really good to me. So he was going to be in contact with his daughter last night. I need to check my messages this morning. He was going to find out. She does have my boxes ready to go in the mail. So hopefully get those. I'm excited to get those kits because they're just so damn cool. That 6-wheeled Gremlin with that giant Allison aircraft in it, that thing is just so cool. My buddy Kent Forrest, I think I told you guys, Kent, he's from Kent's Crazy Cycle Paint on Instagram. He's a hell of a painter, but he scratch built that same thing, which was a Hot Wheel. He scratch built that thing in, I think, 1/25th scale, and it is awesome. I mean, look him up on Instagram if you guys haven't yet. It's just so cool. And he's also another one he did completely from scratch is the Hot Wheels bifocal. If you guys aren't familiar with that, that is a stretched early CUDA body with dual front engines, has a clear hood. It's just badass, and he completely scratch built that too, and it came out awesome too. So I'm looking forward to getting that big Gremlin kit. That's going to be a fun project. And then that's 1/16 scale, and I've also got a 1/16 scale top eliminator drag boat coming. Really nicely looking, nice looking 3D print. So I'm excited to get that. I did order some products last night. I know a lot of you guys have been recommending MCV products, so I made an order from them last night. I actually ordered a motor for one of my 1/25th scale boats. I ordered a big 572 blower motor to put in there. So I've got a tunnel ram motor all ready to go on that that I had gotten from Joe at 3D scale products. Joe has done a ton of printing for me. Good guy, really does great work. He did those big boats in the cabinet behind me there, which you guys have seen. These guys, I asked him, I just showed you a week or two ago, I had asked him if he could do those in small scale, which he did a great job on those for me. So got those. So yeah, a lot going on, and I'm excited to kind of move along with some upcoming projects. I hopefully everything's going to come together here in the next few weeks, and get back to work. I need to get back to work. So I love being here with my wife, but there's still work to be done, and people still need me to make glasses for them. So got to get back in there. So I'm shooting for next Monday, and if everything continues to progress well with my recovery, so that's the plan. So anyway, I think that's about it. Still got a little bit of coffee left to put down here. I have been enjoying catching up on a lot of your videos and a lot of your builds. Gary Seeds doing some really cool stuff. Check his channels out, Hanging with Mr. G Seeds, and his new channel, Diecast 164 Diecast Newbie. A lot of you guys know Gary. Paul out there at Left Coast Model Builds. God, Paul's got some beautiful work. Man, I know most of you guys know him and are probably watching him, but man, I love looking at his work. I was catching up on some videos yesterday, checking his one out from, I think it was Sunday, that Orange Riviera that he did. Man, I think it's just so nice. He does some really beautiful work. So, and Paul, I haven't forgotten you in your emails. Just obviously a lot going on, and I know you guys have your Sunday get together, a bunch of guys, but not sure I'll be able to get in on that or not, because I've got a lot of catching up to do. But yeah, just a lot of good builds going on out there. I've been looking at some of the other entries for the Glory Days group build, and that's sponsored by Joe at let's see, Big Sky Model Works. think I got it right. And Tiffany at Dirt Road Cinderella. Thanks for doing this, guys. And I'm hoping to get my second entry done. I think the deadline's not until November, so I'm hoping to get that second entry done. For that, I should be able to. It's half done, so it shouldn't be. I think I jumped all over that because I like this stuff. So, and I'd been wanting to do some of the early drag cars anyway, so it was a good excuse to break these kits out. So I'm glad you're doing it. Other than that's it. I'm gonna let you guys go because we're at 20 minutes. So, okay. All right. Well, have a good rest of the week. I think I've caught myself up on everything I've missed in the last week or so, and I'll see you guys again really soon. Oh. Shout out to my good buddy Terry Markham. Talked to him yesterday while I was sitting in the parking lot at Joann's Fabrics eating my Chick-fil-A. Terry's one of my model building buddies from way back. Him and my other friend Stan Barilla. We did those model contests. God, it's been 25 or 30 years ago now. We did those contests together. We had a ball back then. I mean, we really had a lot of fun. And Terry's no longer building. One hell of a round builder. God, incredible details. Good builder. He's doing a lot with RC aircraft now. My buddy Stan, I think he's still collecting models and die cast, and but I don't think he's building much anymore either. But still loves the stuff, loves the hobby. Stan, I haven't seen you, buddy, but I know you're out there. But yeah, just a shout out to those guys. Some great old friends, and and that's the thing, in the modeling community, you make so many friends over the years, and so many of you guys have helped me out, and so many of you guys that I talk to, that I've known from like back on the old Dave Show Rod Rally site, Dave Van, AJ Cicerelli, oh God, I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, there's dozens of you guys, Brandon Flannery, a lot of you guys that I keep in touch with either through YouTube or through Instagram or occasionally on Facebook. And, those friendships have hung with us all these years, and a lot of us have never met. Some of us have met briefly and it's always been a pleasure. I don't get out much anymore. Of course, I haven't done contests in years. I just really don't do a lot with my models other than what we're doing right here. I don't have a lot of people here at my house other than my close friends. My buddy Joey Enyart was by here. Of course, he's like my brother, and Day Choi, same thing, and Chuck Darnell. Those guys are like my three brothers, all great model builders and all great friends for so long. And but I just don't socialize a whole lot with that, and I don't have a whole lot of people over. And I'm sorry about that, but that's just the way I am. I guess I'm kind of a modeling hermit, and my wife has kind of a compromised immune system, so we just don't have a lot of people over. But anyway, so I hope you guys are all having a great week. Have a great rest of the week. Keep building, and I'll see you again soon. We'll get some more stuff going here. So have a great day, and thanks for coming by. See you soon.